Hello, all you healers. I am really excited to talk about this topic today. And the reason being is that as an introvert, I find it very difficult to go into groups and networking meetings to describe myself. So these tips, if you're introverted, should help you. And if you're not, they should also help you. Okay, stay tuned to hear more. This is Anastasia. I used to be a physics professor specializing in vibrational and quantum physics. After recovering from a serious illness using energy healing on myself, the calling to heal became so strong that I had to quit my 40-year research career. I replaced my six-figure professor salary within 5 months using a simple but not easy 3-step system that I worked out to grow my healing practice. Now I help other healers grow their practices, whether they're just starting or already have a practice, with this same 3-step system. I'm all about helping you too. Listen in to learn more. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're back with me today and to talk about networking and networking etiquette. I call this kind of networking 101. So what happens is that, at least for me, when I would go to a networking meeting, I would wonder, oh, what do I say? How do I approach people? Oh, there's a person over there that needs someone to talk to. What do I do? So it took me a long time to kind of develop these skills because it used to be I never talked to anybody, right? In way back when, and then I learned how to speak a little more. So here are some tips that will help you get through your networking meeting. So before you go to one, have an intention. Like sit down and figure out what it is exactly that you want from this meeting. And suggestions would be to make 3 new contacts that day, meaning that you take their phone number and that you're going to call them. Or it could be to meet 5 new people, just to meet them and say hello, right? And or that you are going to get 1 new referral, or to give 1 new referral. There's something in all of those that is really helpful, because when you go, then you'll have kind of like, you'll set your brain and your imagination on speed dial, basically, that you'll get those things going, right? So when you go to these meetings, right, the real thing is that you want to connect, because they want to connect with you. And so being an introvert and not speaking very much isn't helping you or them, right? Especially them. So the first thing that I would do when I meet somebody new, I'd say, hello, how are you today? Right? And it's kind of random. Or tell me what's happening in your life. And of course, the most important thing will tumble out. That's just like when you first get on a phone call with a potential new client. This is also going to be a potential new client, but it's a networking partner. This is where you get referrals. This is where they might hire you. This is where you have discovery calls, right? It is not a social gathering, and it's primarily networking, not net playing, right? So by opening up with hello and greeting them, especially greeting them with a smile or shaking their hand, I also say, well, I haven't met you before, so tell me about yourself. What's going on in your life? And they'll either have their set sentence or two. I help entrepreneurs do blah, 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 right? They might, their speech might be a little bit more fluent and a little bit more comfortable, and you get to talk and smile and connect heart to heart. So always listen intently. Let them speak. Don't interrupt. Just let them speak, right? You can also reflect, like if they are leaning in, lean in. If they're standing back, stand back. If they're smiling, smiling, right? So by doing this reflective behavior, it makes them more comfortable, and it also makes you more comfortable, right? And I'm Greek. I come from a Greek family. We're all huggers, so I usually hug, right, when we part, if that feels comfortable. Shake their hand warmly. And so now, when you meet with them, even if it's not quite a fit, when you meet with them, you always ask for their card. Like, may I have your card? I'm very interested in what you have to say. I might have somebody for you, right? And you can always ask, is it okay to call them, right? So this is what I do with the cards. If it's okay to call them, I dog ear the card on the right. And if it's not somebody you really need to talk to, but you think that your content would be good for them, ask them if it's okay to put them on your list, if you have an email list. And if they say yes, dog ear the card on the left. If they say no, do not do it. Do not do this automatically. Seriously. People feel invaded if you do this automatically. This has happened to me where I've gone to meetings and people just put me automatically on their email list. And after 2 or 3 emails, I just unsubscribe. And sometimes it's trouble. Some people have put me on their list and didn't have an unsubscribe. That's an even bigger invasive crime. So you don't want to do that. And then, of course, you follow up. Whatever you come away with that conversation, write on the back of the card what it is that you promised or they promised, and what will happen. And then the first thing, always remember to collect your energy back after these encounters. It's really, really helpful when that happens to call your energy back. And so, and also get regrounded and take some deep breaths and then move on to the next person. You don't want to talk to a person more than a minute or 2 or 3, because these networking meetings are really short, and the time for actually standing around and networking is also very short, because usually it's a sit down where you sit at a table and you have conversations and things like that. And then there's the official networking part. And so there's also some other card etiquette. Don't ever hand it to someone unless they ask for it. Seriously, you don't want to be pushy onto others and just give your card away. I've been to meetings where where people would hand cards and say, call me, call me, call me. Like, that's going to work? Really? Seriously? No connection whatsoever. And then ask for theirs. If they don't have one, find them on Facebook right then and there and friend them. And just put a note to them, nice meeting you at the meeting. I'd love to have a conversation with you, right? And if it's a really hot prospect, make an appointment on your calendar right away. And if they ask for your card, give them your card like it's something sacred. And, look them in the face and say, you can call me anytime. And I always answer my texts. This is my direct phone number, right? I put my cell phone number on my card. This is my direct phone number. You can text me or call me anytime. If I don't answer, it's usually I'm on the phone with someone else. And please leave a message, and I will definitely get back to you. Make it like it's super important that they know that you're important to them, right? And as I have mentioned before, on your business card, you should have your picture, because if you don't, they won't remember you. People are very visual. And in that, you should have your name big. You could put a logo if you have one. You could say what it is that you do, right? I put physicist and master healer on my card. And I put health, energy, and relationships, right? And then I put my website, my direct line, and an email. And then I have like a little tagline. And the old tagline was raise, raise your frequency with healing powered by science. And on the back side, I put get your free healing audio, and then I would put the link, right? And I also have my appointment link, ready for conversation. Book your free appointment here, and then I give them my appointment link. And that is also extremely helpful, because then when they take your card home, they have your picture, they know what you do and who you are, how to get in touch with you, and how to make an appointment. And they get their choice of having a free call and having or having downloading a free gift, and then they're on your list, right? And what does that mean, on your list? That means that you can email them regularly, once a month, once a week, however often it is, to just touch base with them and say what's happening in your world, or if you have content, to tell them about your content, right? So that's all I have for today, right? And I hope that was helpful with you being able to go to network. Oh, and I forgot one thing. The last thing is, have a series of questions ready, right, when you go and speak, right? And what I mean by that is, instead of rattling off, I help blah, 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 right? Instead, you can ask questions like, so do you or anybody you know suffer from migraine headaches, right? And if they want a solution, when they're ready for a solution, right, have them give me a call, right? This is my primary focus, let's say. And that is true for some people. Do you or anybody you know have a troubled relationship that you want to stay in and you want to heal? And that actually gets the conversation going, right? They'll say yes or no, and then you'll start talking about it, right? And having those questions prepared is very, very helpful. Right? Okay, that's all I have for today. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking valuable time out of your day to listen in. If you found this message helpful, please help spread the word by giving the broadcast a thumbs up or a 5-star rating. Share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to my channel with your notifications on. For further training on healing and growing your healing business using my 3-step system, go to www.highpaidhealers.com. And I'll see you in the next video.